Okay. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Uh, just checking in. So, this is another Wednesday morning, Wednesday noon over here in Los Angeles. And I'm just checking in, seeing who's out there in the Euro crowd. The Aussies, the Kiwis, Europe, Romania, England, Ireland. We've done this before. I'm just trying to get a little more established in that world. That's why we're doing this. And so, just like we always do, we're going to be giving away a bunch of little free mini micro oracle readings. How about that? Yes, free is always good. We're also keeping the super chat open just in case anybody wants to go big time and basically buy your way to the front of the line. We do that here. I'm very open to these types of things. But in the meantime, we still have each other. Let's go back to the stage over here just a second. Let's have a look. So, we've got 3 so far who want a little micro reading. Let's have a look. Who else? Have a look here. Let's see. Oh, hello. Inya. Inya wants a reading. Inya Berkness. Okay. Norway. We've got Norway in the house. Wow. We've got Sweden. We got Austria or Norway. Oh, and Crafty is a Brit. Hey, Crafty. I used to live in England for years. I used to live in, let's see, I lived in Bath, Bristol, Oxford, Winchester, Norwich, London, mostly in the south. I just tended to move around a lot. Crafty wants one. Crafty Tarot from Britain. Great Britain. Awesome. Delicia wants one. Okay, you don't have to be from Europe. You don't absolutely have to be. Hey, Crafty, yeah, it's tough, isn't it? 3-hour live? Yeah. Okay, I get it, Electra Ray. I see what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do, Electra Ray. You want a birthday reading. Okay. Natalie Plee. Natalie Plee, you're in Norwich. Oh my God. Natalie Plee. So Natalie, please, wait a minute. Electra Ray. I'm just going to put Electra Ray down here just so I don't forget. So Electra Ray. No, wait a minute. Where are you? Natalie Plee. Natalie Plee. So Natalie, yeah, I used to live in Norwich. Oh my God. What a freaking insane time. There are a lot of things I hardly dare talk about, what happened in my life in Norwich, but it involved, I don't know if I can even say it on this channel. Actually, I probably better not. There's things that happened in my life in Norwich that, let's say, it's not something you typically brag about in public. But it did involve the police. It did involve other things, and motorcycles and gangs, and very disturbing activities. So if you want to, Natalie, just between you and me, because this is very personal now, because we have a connection here with Norwich, I would be very, very receptive to an email with you, just to share a little bit of background. I'm not going to dare to do it here on the public, but I think you've got dibs and privileges because you're in Norwich yourself. Norwich, I think they call it Norwich, and the Norfolk Broads and all that. So where are you, Natalie? Please, yeah, Natalie, please. Could you go back to the apparellumination.com place? It's a website, and there's a little place there where you can connect. And please write to me, and I will write back. Okay? Just Natalie, yes. Okay? This is just between Natalie and Terralumination. Okay? Sorry, everybody. I didn't make it to sound all sort of elitist and she and all very clicky stuff, but seriously. Let me share my stuff with Natalie, and if I feel safe and comfortable, then maybe I can put it in the stories, the Terralumination stories playlist, okay? See, you're going to the Broads tomorrow. Oh my gosh, it must be a holiday. Okay. Yes, I spent time on the Norfolk Broads. Oh my gosh. Again, some horrific things happened to me there. Absolutely horrific. Again, we can share all this, okay? Thank you, Natalie, please. All right. Yes, I see that, Electra Ray. What happens in Norwich stays in Norwich. I hope so. Hey, Yvette, nice to see you. So look, we've got people from Great Britain, Norway, Austria, and Sweden. How about that? Not bad, people. Not bad. Not a bad start for the day. So I'm doing this Wednesday show for the basically for the European crowd, you guys. Also for the oh, you're going on a school trip. Oh, okay. I got it. I see, Natalie. Right, a school trip. Yes. Okay. So also with the Euro crowd, here's what it's like. Like, okay, this is Terralumination over here. All right. Okay, Los Angeles, baby. This is Terralumination over here. So we got Crafty, he's over here. Lily Lynn is over here. Inya Berkness is over here. And, oh, Yvette. Yvette is over here in New Zealand. Look at that. Oh, you know what I've got? Oh, wait a minute, people. I just thought of something for extra thrills. Look at this for extra thrills. I'm going to do little tiny micro post-its. Give me a second here. This is so much fun. This is exciting. This is going to be my micro post-its. Okay. Stay there. Don't go away. Because you're going to get famous. Okay, Yvette is in where? New Zealand? Okay. Yvette. Okay, this is Yvette over here. There you go, Yvette. And let's see, Crafty is over here. Okay, Crafty is over there in England. Okay. Okay, Crafty's over there in England, and Natalie Plee is over there. I'll just put Natalie P is over there in England too. So you're going on the map, people. Okay, yay. And wait a minute. I had some other ones. Oh yeah. Inya. Hold on. Let me do Inya in Norway and Lily. I saw Lily earlier. Yeah, Lily is landlocked in Austria. Liliel. Okay. Okay, Lily is over there in Austria. Okay, got that. And Inya Bertness is over there in Norway. So put that up here. That's Inya. All right, there we go. Ah, that's not bad. It's not a bad start. Excellent. Tati's California. Okay, let's put California on the map here. Cali girl. There you go. There you are. That's Cali girl. Tati over here. There we go. I'm focusing on the Euro crowd, everyone who's outside. So there you go. You're famous. Yvette. There's Yvette. There's Tati. There's Natalia. There's Crafty. There's Inya. And there's Lily. Yeah. Yep. So there you go. Who did I miss? I'm looking for the Euro crowds. Who's out there? Who's out there? Any Aussies here? If there's Aussies watching right now and you haven't typed in, then let us know. Don't be scared. Okay. Gotta go. Okay, Mega Flare. See you later. Okay. Okay. Nashville. Electro Ray's in Nashville. Let's put Electro Ray anyway. Just do it anyway. You know, since we're doing all these little mini post-its, why not? It's pretty harmless. Doesn't hurt. Wait a minute. Where's my other... Oh, I'm getting so... It's just fun, isn't it? I don't think I can do everybody. Okay. All Gummy from France. Yes. Okay, All Gummy. Here we go. All Gummy, you're up. Yes. Here we go. All Gummy from France. All Gummy over there in France. Let's have a look. Oh, I gotta find the maps here. Give me a second. There we go. I'll put you over here. All right, All Gummy. There you are in France. There's France. Okay. All right. So, thank you so much, people. I'll put all these supplies up here. Okay. Wow. Yep. So there we go. There we are, people, right now. Thank you so much. Dallas. Robin's Rambles over there in Dallas. And someone, who was the other one from? Wait a minute. I missed somebody. Yeah, we got Tati. She's in California. I'm putting Tati there to celebrate California because I'm right there, okay? I'm broadcasting right from here right now. Hey, All Sun. All Sun is over here. Okay? Robin's Realms is over here. Actually, let's just do it. How silly. There's Robin. Okay? Since you're here. And then All Sun's over here. There we go. All Sun's over there. I know I forgot somebody, but I probably forgot a lot of people. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Yep. What puppet? There are no puppets on this show, Tati. Everything is real. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just imagining things. You must be going psychic, Tati. You know, you can get help for this. Tarot Illumination does help people who are wigging out and going psychic, all stuff. If you're claiming that there are puppets on this show, I feel very, I don't know how to help you. You're probably disillusioned or you know, hallucinating, or you're becoming psychic, because Tarot Illumination is a real person. I will prove it to you. I will show you. Okay, so that there is no ambiguity. Tati, this is Tarot Illumination. Okay, does this look like a puppet to you? Seriously? No, no, this is not a puppet. This is real. Tarot Illumination is a real person. Okay, I'm in Los Angeles right now. Thank you very much. And it is 12:25. Okay, Pacific Standard Time. Does that look like a puppet? No, no, there are no puppets. If anyone's told you there are puppets on this show, they are blaspheming. They are being disingenuous. Trying to frame me. Seriously. Seriously, people. I don't know. I used to have a team of people, you know, a whole team of people helping me on the channel here. But you know, they just drifted off. They were union members and everything, you know, stage crew members. You know, in Hollywood we have to abide by the unions. It's very, very tough here. It's extremely competitive. To get a job here as a union member, backstage assistant on Tarot Illumination, it's unbelievably competitive. You know, can you imagine how many people I had to interview on LinkedIn to get the job as an intern, an unpaid intern for backstage Tarot Illumination? It's insane. It's insane, but they're here. Okay. Yes, it was. Let's go back. Let's get serious, okay? Let's have a look. Let's get professional. All right. All right, here we go. All right. Back to that nonsense about puppets. Seriously. Seriously. I don't know where they could have come from. Oh no. Go away. Please go away. Oh, cool. Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, look what you've done. Tati, look what you've done. Okay, I'm sorry, this is out of control. There's something wrong with the technology here. This freak is like invading the... Go away! Go away! Go away! Go away! You're not supposed to be here. It's my show. It's not your show. You stole the show last night. Oh, get over here. Get over here. Get off. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Ow. 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 Oh my God. I'm exhausted. Did you see that? Did you see that? Outrageous. Okay, now you've got me worried, Tati. You've got me worried. I saw that. I was a witness myself. I saw that. I had to wrestle with the demons. These are not... Man, that was real. That was real. Yeah. All right, so let's get back to the show, people. Let's do something really, really important, okay? There we go. All right, now, I was going to offer lots of little mini micro readings for people. And last night I was using the oracles. I think right now I'm going to use the power of surrender because I love the deck, okay? And again, I don't have to get into a huge sweat about it all because it's just a deck. And, okay. All right, so let's have a look. Let's just have a look at the list here, what I just started already. Stars the Limit wants a little oracle. Betty wants one. Lily Lynn, Inya, Crafty, Delicia, and Electra Ray. Okay, so let's get on with it, people. This is work. All right, we're going to start. We're going to start with Stars the Limit. Okay, so let's put up a little post-it just for Stars the Limit. Limit. Okay, so this is going to be kind of like an improvised thing, all right? And this is going to be very ad-lib because there's no book, okay? So you're going to be with Tati. I've already got you, haven't I? Oh, no, I don't. Sorry. Oops. Tati, yes, you're going to get one. Okay. There you go. You get your own oracle. Now, you know these oracles can come out of anywhere. They can come out of the wild, okay? Okay. Thanks, Tati. Yes, we got the full moon coming. Moon is in Scorpio, sun is in Taurus, and it's going to be quite intense. Venus, oh, by the way, actually, I'll come back to that in a minute. Thank you, Robin. Oh, Yvette, hold on. Yvette, I thought I put you up there. Didn't I put you up there? Jeepers, no, man. I'm sorry about that. Okay, does that help? Okay. How about that? Yvette in New Zealand. I forgot that. Gosh, how could I possibly forget that? I'm sorry. There you go. Oh yeah, Tati, we talked about that the other day, didn't we? It's going to be interesting to hear the stories, your anecdotes as they come out over the next few weeks. All right, Stars the Limit. Let's go for it. What's coming up for you? All right, Stars. I did a huge bust up cut right then and there to get in the groove of the show. All right, here is your card. It says, surrender to creativity. How sweet is that? I'll just read the notes here. It says, Dear Stars the Limit, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Okay, so Stars the Limit. If you're one of these creative people already and you've reached a plateau where you're sort of a bit like this, like, oh my God, what next, what next, what next, what now, what now, what now? That's actually a good sign, okay? So, because it means it's like you're busting through, you're going to the next level, so to speak. And so my feeling is that you're already kind of in the zone. It's just that going to the next level is what's hard for you. And allowing that stuff to flow, because as soon as you get, like, what often happens in the people who are involved in deep creativity is that they, it's like sometimes they stifle their own dreams and imagination. So I just saw the word love. Okay, so if we apply this to love, if you know how they say, like, you create your world from the inside out, okay? And so on this channel, you take that over to Terra Lumination, be loving and be loved, and then you invoke the laws of attraction to come to you, and then something that you could call love starts to manifest. Is this Capricorn the real deal? Okay, so it says, stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Solve your problem. If your problem right now is something to do with love and a Capricorn, then it might, let's call it creative visualization, where you kind of, I'm assuming you're female, okay? Stars the Limit, if you're female, what I'm suggesting is become ultra female and do that very feminine thing where you like come from the inside out and like do the creative visualization from the inside out and see what you attract, and then let them prove themselves through their actions. You know, Capricorns are very typically very solid people, and they're not very tolerant of fakery or let's say like bogus affections, and so it's sometimes very difficult for Capricorns or some Capricorns to relate in love unless they feel really safe or that they have a pretty high degree of control, like in a managerial sense. And so that can stifle some of the sense of romance. But when Capricorn does commit and does love, they can be very serious, like in a very pragmatic kind of way. And so I don't like the word here, pursue a dream or solve a problem, but to solve the problem, my feeling is that be the person you are from the inside out. Be very creative. You like really focus on you. Put all the attention on you. Stop focusing on the Capricorn. Stop all that nonsense. Focus on love you first. Love thyself. Like become this like imagine you're like an orchid or like a flower or something that needs pollinating, okay? And you're the person, and you do that through attraction. In other words, unless you're a guy, then you would be doing the hunting, so to speak. So in this situation, my feeling is surrender to creativity, like allow yourself to indulge in being like a more, let's say, what's the word? It's like being more like an orchid, more like a very beautiful flower, and be creative and do that from the inside of yourself so that you are blossoming and blooming and attracting rather than worrying or puzzling or seeking or trying to get or hunting. And so you let them come to you, and then you would discover through their actions, not their words, but through their actions, about what the nature of this love situation may be. Okay, so bring it all back to you. Okay, love thyself. Okay, do the creative visualization from the inside. Okay, I hope that helps you. I really do. Thank you, stars. Hey Yvette, thank you so much. In the spirit of things, excellent, much appreciated. Let's see who's next. Okay, for some reason, the chat is stalled out. Betty, you're next. Okay, hold on, I'm going to put that over here. Betty, you're next. You're going to get a little micro reading. All right, Betty. Also, by the way, stars, please remember that all Capricorns by definition are under a lot of pressure right now, but it's very deep. It's very slow moving, and a lot of them are not going to be aware of it because a lot of Capricorns are really, frankly, not interested in things like astrology and tarot and stuff. They're tend to be more oriented towards a very three-dimensional, practical, functional type of life. They're still very loving people, and so please allow for that with the Pluto and Saturn, both retrograde in Capricorn right now. Please give them plenty of time. Let them go through a lot of shifting and morphing, especially if you're thinking long term. Please mark your calendar for January 2020 and then see how you feel about the Capricorn and see how the Capricorn feels about you, because that is going to be a time of critical mass for all Capricorns. Okay? January 2020, just letting you know. All right? All right, Betty, you're up. First of all, let me give you your own personal post-it. This one's all for you. Betty, here we go. Betty over there in Sweden. Yay, excellent. Betty, this one's for you. I hope this helps. Let's see what happens. Let's have a look here, see what is going on. All right, Betty, brace yourself. You know what to do. It's just one card, but sometimes it can really sting, or it can really pop your eyes open, or be shocking, or just disturbing, or confusing. So just, you know, heads up, just letting you know. All right. Here we go. All right, Betty, your card is coming up right now. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Oh my gosh, that's very specific. Okay, Betty. This may be touching a nerve with you. I don't know. I'll just read what it says. Okay. It's a very beautiful picture. Just look. Are you loving thyself? Or are you seeking to be loved by others by, you know, people pleasing? Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Oh my gosh. Betty, that's very, very, very serious. So, Bessie, one thing I've noticed is that this is such an easy mistake to make, because all of us love to be loved. It's an amazing feeling to be loved, and sometimes when we do all this people pleasing stuff, it can be very satisfying because then you get those signs of appreciation coming back to you. However, you know, hidden inside this message is another message which is a little bit more, let's say, serious, in that, let's read the inverse here. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. In other words, when you are doing the people-pleasing behavior, you could say that it's actually kind of a mask, because in other words, it's like you're performing. You're performing to please someone so that you can get appreciation and value in return, and a sense of validation coming to you about your self-worth from the external, okay? And that can be very shallow and very fleeting at times, and you can be very dissatisfied, because it's just like, eating potato chips or something. You know, once you've eaten the bag, it's gone. There's nothing left anymore. And so also when you're people pleasing, and let's say you are hiding the truth about a situation. Let's, for example, like if you are smiling at someone or behaving in order to accommodate them and be nice, when in fact there's something about the situation or the relationship which is actually very unacceptable to you, but you are not being true to that, then you are not loving thyself. You are actually hurting yourself. You're diminishing yourself. And that's not healthy in the long term. It will catch up with you. This is a very, very subtle form of self-defeating behavior. Very, very, very subtle. And you don't even know it's happening, because the chances are, Betty, that you have very good intentions. The chances are that you are a very loving person and you mean only the best, okay? So the indication here, if you are a very selfless person, if you're very compassionate and you're used to giving away all your energy to everybody, like because it's fun, it's satisfying to help others to grow. Oh, bye, Linda, I see you. If you see that, then focus on your own happiness, okay? Instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Be happy from the inside out, and then it's more honest, it's more true, it's the true you, and then you can get to meet yourself in ways that you've never known before. This is a very, very, very subtle problem, and sometimes very hard to cure. It is curable, but it takes work and time. And so this is like one little message for now, Betty, but please think of this over the long term, for a very long period of time now. Anytime you get a sense of a clash between what you're really feeling and your own truth compared to your actual behavior that you're presenting to the public, pay attention. Please ask, and this is what I would do now. Please, dear angels, please bring to Betty that which is hers. Please take away from Betty that which is not hers. And I think what Betty needs now is more clear awakening and understandings so that she can get the experiences that she needs in order to understand the deeper, fuller meaning of this card, okay? It's really, really important. All right, Betty? I hope that helps. Thank you, Betty. Let's keep going, people. First of all, I have to shuffle. Let me put on some music. Hold on. I just need a little bit of refreshment and some music, okay? So, hey Betty, thank you for that. I feel like I felt like I needed to be very gentle with you with that message, because it's actually a really difficult issue to solve and to fix, because it's probably very deep, deep inside you, Betty. That whole thing about people pleasing, you might not even know that you're that way. You might not even know that you do it. Maybe you don't do it all the time, but if it's there, if that card came up, that means it's an important issue and it needs to be addressed, okay? It's so, so important. It sounds so contradictory on this channel sometimes, but to love thyself, concentrate on your own happiness, being really, really true to yourself, being authentic, and not worrying about the other people. Don't worry about whether they like you or not. It's kind of irrelevant. What's most important is to be true and happy and honest from the inside out, okay? I hope I didn't hurt any feelings, touch any nerves or anything, but the whole idea is to help you, all right? Thank you so much, Betty, for being here. Next, Lily Lynn. You're up next, Lily. All right? Lily, by the way, everybody, Lily Lynn is the leggings model. I don't know if any of you have seen that video, but if you check out the channel on the opening page for newbies, there's a video about Tarot Lumination leggings, and Lily Lynn is the leggings model. So there you go. Let's get on with your reading, okay, Lily Lynn? Here we go. All right, let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Hey, Tati, I saw your note. Are you talking about that resonates with you so much too, you know, regarding people pleasing? Is that what you were hinting? Sounds like it from over here. Yeah. Hey, Mega Flare. Oh my gosh. All right, Lily, you're up. Here we go. Lily Lynn is over there in Austria. Okay. Tarot Lumination is over here nearby to Tati in California. And we're doing a live oracle reading now between California and Austria. Thank you very much. All right, let's see. You know, these oracles are funny when we do oracles. I used to do them hardly at all, but I'm gently starting to use them now and again more and more, including personal readings and things, because it adds a little bit of a new perspective and color, okay? Isn't it wonderful to be famous, Lily Lynn? You're a famous supermodel now. Lily Lynn is a famous supermodel, modeling for the Tarot Lumination apparel line. Yeah. Next, it's going to be Vogue magazine. Next, it's going to be Milan, Italy, then Paris, then New York, then London, then Tokyo, then Beijing, then Sydney, and then Auckland. And where else? I don't know. I don't know all the places. Oh, probably Dubai, maybe South Africa, maybe Brazil, all those places. It's going to be the world tour, the Lily Lynn World Tour for leggings modeling. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. Lily Lynn, you're up. Here we go. Cards are well shuffled. I'm going to split it all up now. I like that. I just saw that, Lily Lynn. Calostrophornia. All right, let's have a look. Lily, this is your card. Surrender comparisons with other people. This is awkward. This feels very awkward. Okay? It says, keep your eyes trained on yourself, Lily Lynn. Focus on your own strengths, your own attractiveness, and your own power. Okay? And this is, I'm not saying this is a hangover from the last reading for Betty, but can you see a repeating theme here about focus on the self? It's not about becoming like a narcissist or an egomaniac. It's much more about the whole concept of know thyself. Know thyself. That's why I do this channel a lot of the time, because it really helps people, because a lot of people don't know themselves, and they discover like the hard way that they really, really don't. And they end up in situations that are completely confusing, flabbergasting, life-changing, life-threatening, tragic, or whatever it is, typically with love, relationships, finances, career, home, and loved ones, or people who've passed on, because they're not fully aware. But this is a time to become fully aware. Again, Lily, if you are like living, you know, we live in a three-dimensional world. You have your physical body, and you did a great job modeling and everything. But with this, it's like, it's almost like get back to the core of you. Get back absolutely to the core of it. Who are you really? What do you want to do? Why are you here? Why are things the way they are? Why are you feeling what you're feeling? Why did this experience happen to me? And all of this stuff is very good to go into right now, because we have Hold on. I'll show you. I got some notes here. Where did all my notes go for? Oh, it's probably over here. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, it's over here. Look. Lily. Okay, this is where we are more or less today, right now, okay? The Libra moon, and we're heading up to the Scorpio full moon over here, okay? And we've got all this lovely warm energy between the Capricorn and Taurus. Venus has just moved from Aries into Taurus. Mars has just moved from Gemini into Cancer. So we're going through a time of cusps, a time of transitions today. We're going over the cusps. It's like being in a subway station in Europe or Boston or at a big train station, and you have to get off one train to make a connection to another train. The energy shifts and the energy changes, and you have to do it. You have to go with it. You have to adapt real time in the flow, okay? Now, what's happening over here, I'll make a note. Okay, over here, Lily, Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter are all retrograde, and it's a really, really good time to go very, very, very deep within, kind of what we're doing with this little oracle here. And I think what's happening is we're touching on a subject, a part of your nature, of who you are, that you have not dealt with yet, okay? Like, this is a part of you that needs to be understood. And the retrograde planets are helping you to do that to a very deep level. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Like if we looked at your chart and we discovered that your chart showed a lot of energy like towards the 7th house, or with a lot of Libra energy, or something like that, which would indicate a lot of energy, or a North Node, for example, focusing on other people, then that would be something that you might not understand or know about yourself, but it's very deep down, and we could probably discover what needs to be discovered so that you can get back to being yourself, get back to you. It's so easy to dissolve yourself in other people's lives. And again, it's another very, very, very advanced form of self-sabotage because, for example, like when you're comparing yourself to others, and let's say estimating your own self-worth relative to others, you're constantly undermining your own self-worth without even knowing it, because like who cares about the others? What about them? Tarot Lumination has a channel. There are other channels, for example, out there much bigger. There are other channels out there much smaller. Tarot Lumination only has this many subscribers. But I have little time or energy or concern about how my channel compares with others. It's hard enough just to keep the channel going as it is, and I love doing what I do, and I'm going to keep doing that. I would love to be like, you know, I mean, comparisons are fun, but in many ways you're just kind of undermining yourself. It's just futile energy. There is so much energy that gets lost in your life when you compare with yourself with others. You're actually, think of yourself, you have energy. Why would you give away all that energy trying to figure out who you are, what you are, why you are the way you are relative to another person or another group of people? You are still you are yourself regardless of anybody else, okay? And it's sometimes really hard to do. A lot of people don't want to do that. They don't want to focus on themselves because it's hard work. Love thyself is one of the hardest things to do. Over here it says focus on your own strength, your own attractiveness, and your own power. I don't want to, labor this message too much because, again, it's probably we're touching on a very sensitive, delicate thing that you might not have expected to hear on this show right now. But it's very, to me, even though this sounds very simple, surrender your comparisons with other people. It's actually very hard to do that. It's very hard to surrender that. So we can work on that another time. All right, Lily? I hope it helped. Thank you, P. I'm just looking at all the comments. Look, thank you so much. This show is head and shoulders above the rest. Thank you so much, Mega Flare. Yeah. Exactly, Electra Ray. Thank you, Electra Ray. I think that's what Lily Lynn needs to know. Let your own light shine, Lily. It kind of doesn't matter about what everyone else is doing, how they're doing it, or why they're doing it. Like, imagine you're an artist. If I remember correctly, Lily, you are involved in the arts, okay? And so you might be very aware of, let's say, other people's opinions, if you're curating or if you're producing art and stuff. But it might be time to, like, go deep within. The Pluto, Saturn, Uranus thing will really, really help you to go deep within, and don't worry about what everyone else thinks. And then see how you feel coming up in January, okay? I know it sounds like a crazy forecast for just one tiny card, but, that's what I'm looking at here. I keep jumbling up all these cards wrong. Hold on, give me a second. All right, Lily, let's see who's next. I need to shuffle. I need to play another little tune. Hold on. Give me a second here. All right. Thank you, Tati, because you've been a really very, very supportive viewer. So I'm taking advantage of the stage right now. And so, Inya, you're going to be next. I don't know if you're still here, Inya, but if you could please be patient. I'm going to read Tati first, and then we'll get back to you, all right? Tati's over here on the same time zone as Terra Lumination. Tati's on lunch break right now. See you later, Legendary. No worries. We'll do another show another time. Don't worry. Tati, you're up. Now, you don't have to write anything in the screen at all. You don't have to write anything. It's just going to be a message for you, okay? It's just a simple message, okay? And it typically, sometimes it's awkward. It can hit a real nerve. But again, that's the whole point of what we do here. We're trying to reveal it to heal it. Sometimes things are just buried so deep we don't even know they're there, okay? So please allow for that, all right, Tati? Cards are shuffled. Gonna break it up all over the world. Here we go. Just like that. Good night, Lily. All right, Tati, this is your card. my gosh. All right, here we go. Here it is. Okay, but this is for you, Tati. Surrender outdated beliefs about yourself. Whoa. Wow, it's time to catch up with the times, baby. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that can originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in your life. Now, Tati, if I recall, I might not be right, but I think you said that you are a Taurus sun with a Scorpio moon. Is that right? And Scorpio, a Taurus sun, okay? Okay, this is what I remember from another show. Tati has a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon with a Scorpio rising. Okay, watch this, people. You see this astro doodle? This is for the world. Now I'm going to turn it into the Scorpio rising astro doodle for Tati, like this, okay? Okay, so this is now Tati over here on the horizon, making it a Scorpio. Over here, we just had the new moon recently on May the 4th, okay? Now we're coming up to the full moon on May the 18th. That's just in a few days, right here, okay? So the sun is going to be up here in all this Taurus energy. You see there? There's the Taurus, okay? It's going to be right up here, very tightly conjunct with Tati, okay? And then look at that. The moon is opposing. So for Tati, this is an extremely important full moon moment in her life, okay? Okay, so this is a very important calendar moment for you, Tati. And the reason I'm kind of laughing at what I just saw here is because Taurus, okay, when you've got a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon like that, it can be very deeply fixed kind of stable energy. It's very, very solid. It's very, very good if you want stability and status quo and getting things done and a sense of solid reality in your life and your world. But the way the planets are operating right now, there's a huge amount of disruption that's going to be happening to all Taurians over the next 7 years. And you are not exempt, okay? And Taurus, probably more than any other sign, likes to hold on very, very tightly to comfort, stability, status quo, zero change if possible. It's the very last sign that wants to have any kind of change. They like things that work, and when they work, just keep it that way. And so, like it or not, Tati, you might be very deeply locked in like very ancient like patterns and beliefs about yourself, not just from this lifetime, but from perhaps many lifetimes, because that thing that I just showed you here, that's very extreme, and the chances are that, you know, over the next 7 years you're going to get multiple shocks like this about how the Uranus and Taurus energy wants to liberate you. It wants you to be free from the old version of Tatya that's probably very deeply bedded, and it wants to break you out and turn you into the new Tatya. And that can probably only most likely happen in the context of relationship, okay? Because you have the relationship axis so profoundly lit up in your own chart, and it's being lit up today and tomorrow and the next few days. So there, to me, it feels like there is a lot to be learned for you in the context of relationship. Doesn't necessarily mean love, but really, really important, significant one-on-one relationships where you discover the outdated version of yourself, and that gives you a chance to experience the new version. So let me read it again. Let go of limiting ideas about yourself that originate from the past, okay? Then you can own your power and soar in your life in the future, okay? Uranus in Taurus is very much about the future. What does the future hold for Taurus, okay? Especially you, Tati, right now, okay? What? Hold on. South Node Taurus also? Wait a minute. Hold on. Sun, Moon, Mercury, Taurus, 12th house. That's Electra Ray. That's not Tati. Okay. Well, Electra Ray, you might want to listen to this message as well. If you have such a huge Taurus influence, especially Taurus South Node, it's very, very hard to move away from the Taurus South Node towards the Scorpio North Node. That is a very, very, the Taurus South Node is very, very, very deeply invested in stability and do not change anything, okay? They like what works, okay? Anyway, Tati, I hope that helped you. I hope this made sense to you. This is probably going to be a long-term issue over the next 7 years, okay? I know it's just one tiny card, but think of this as a really, really important issue in your life over the next 7 years, okay? Thank you. All right, Tati. Let's do this. All right, Inya Berkness, you're up next, okay? Inya. Inya, you are up next. I'll show you. Hold on. Inya is over there in Norway, I believe, if I'm correct. Let's have a look. So we just read for Tati, okay, over here. Now we're going to go to Inya, okay? Inya, you're up next. I hope you're still here. Your mom writes to me all the time. Yes. I'm just going to call you Inya B, okay? Like this. So there you go, Inya, you're up. Yeah, I'm not kidding, Tati. It's important. This is really important stuff for you. Don't you worry. Inya, if you're still here, please let us know. Type it in on the screen. Otherwise, we'll just keep going, and you can get your little oracle when you do the action replay rewind later on, okay? Okay, Inya's here. I got you. I see you. I got you. You have to remember there's about a 30 to 40 second delay on the transmission, okay? So here we go. I'm going to cut it all up. All right. So it's probably still pretty chilly over there in Norway. But it is coming into summer, okay? All right, Inya, here's your card. Surrender to inner peace. Okay. It says here. Okay, before we even go into it, you know how people become addicted to their problems, Inya? Like, this is going to sound strange, but you know, you are a human being. You're smart, you have a brain, you have a mom, okay? Your mom connects all the time, and you probably got strong, intuitive energies, kind of like your mom. So that's great. But like, you go through these phases in life, okay, where you live through your brain. Okay, I'm just going to get a. You kind of live through your head upwards, and there's not such a strong connection with the heart yet, because our head, almost all of our senses, like sight, smell, hearing, thinking, imagining, projecting, communicating, speaking, all of that happens from the head upwards. So many of our stresses, we feel it in our head, in between our ears, in our brain. We get headaches, we get stress and anxiety, okay? And for young people, it can be a very serious problem, especially if you're under a lot of pressure, or especially if you want to be happy and you're looking at the world around you and you're witnessing all the chaos and depravity and the tragedy in the world around you. How am I going to make it? What am I going to do? How am I going to survive in this world? Why is there so much pain and suffering and war in this world? And you're seeing it all from out there. And you have to remember that your brain here, your brain is kind of like a machine. It's like a device that is designed to pick up energy, figure out what it means in order for you to survive. And if you're overwhelmed with things that are not peaceful, you could just be, your whole body, your whole being could be in a permanent state of stress, but you don't even know it. And then here's the problem, all right? And here's the problem. When you get like that, and you're living your whole life through your head, okay, there's your body, and that's fine. If you're living, what happens is that you don't get a sense of the joy and the deep joy in the heart center over here. Like all your sense of happiness has to come through the head. All your sense of sadness and fear comes in and out through the head, and you just end up confused. And then when you get a little message like this, surrender to inner peace, and we tell you again the same story, go deep within, find your happiness from within, love thyself from within. It can be very disturbing because it's just like, well, wait a minute, I can't do that. What about all the problems? I can't go deep within. I can't meditate. I can't shut myself off from all the trauma of my life and the world and everything, because everything could go wrong at the last minute. In other words, it's almost like, who am I without my problems? In other words, your problems and all the stresses in your life become your identity. That is a huge problem. That's not allowed on this channel, okay, Inya? That's not allowed. You have to be you, okay? That's what we try to do here, to get you the chance to be you. So let's go deep within. Let's have a look. Surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So a lot of people, when you get a message like this is the last thing that people want to do. For a lot of people, it's very, very hard to go within. It's very hard to meditate. It's very hard to close, let's say, in the middle of the afternoon, go into a private place, shut the door, switch off the computers, the cell phones, all the social media, all the work, all the chores, everything, all the TVs, all the radio, everything. Just switch it all off. Okay? But people don't like to do it because it makes them feel that there's no life. It's like, whoa, it's terrifying. But that's what this is going on here. Do that. Do it in little bits. Take maybe 10 or 15 minutes every day, literally, and shut yourself off completely from everything. And then most likely you will discover a lot of things that are very unpleasant, like all the fears that are coming from here, connecting into your heart. But once you do that, you can do some self-healing, and eventually you will bring your head much more into alignment with the heart. And very, very, very gently, peace will start to come from within. You're not going to find the peace from without. It's just not going to happen. Your whole life, your whole world is just surrounded by chaos and stress. I got to go there. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to have that. I got to achieve this. I have to provide that. I have to get this. Something is stopping me. All of that is nothing to do. It's just a pile of mess. This is where your happiness is, right in here. Your happiness lies in here, not in here. On this channel, we do everything we can to connect this with the heart and the soul so that it all becomes one thing based from the heart center, okay? So this is a really important message. Again, it's very hard to do, okay? I think you understand. It's just very hard, okay? Especially if you're very active. I know, I see your note there. I see, Inya, it's very exhausting. It's incredibly hard. Just try it as an exercise. Find a chair in complete privacy, no sound, nothing. Very, very quiet, okay? Preferably no nature, nothing. Or maybe just in nature somewhere. No people, nothing. And then switch off. Just sit still. and then start to see what happens, okay? And turn that into an exercise, a daily habit, okay? Very gently, start very gently in tiny, tiny steps, all right? Thank you, Inya. Next, let's see who's up next. I hope that made sense to you, Inya. Crafty from Great Britain. Is Crafty still here? Dear Crafty, are you still here? Crafty Tarot. Gosh, all these tarot people. What are you all doing here? Aren't you supposed to be doing readings? Thank you, Inya. All right, Crafty Tarot. You're up. Even if you're not here, you're going to get it, all right, because you asked. Crafty, you're up. There you go. That's you, Crafty. Wait a minute, Flower Girl Tarot, you're a Norwegian as well. Wow. Oh, let me put that on the list. Hold on. Actually, I don't know how many. I'm just going to make a note here. I'm going to give you one of your own miniature post-its. Flower Girl, I'm going to put you on a miniature post-it. I didn't know you were here. Wow, hold on. Yes, Crafty, I'm glad I just saw your name pop up on the screen. So in case I missed a few people, Flower Girl Tarot. Okay, I'll just put it Flower Girl. There's no room on the little post-its. Up in there in Norway too, look at that. We got 2 from Norway. I gotta clear some space here, people. Let's get ready for the next installment. Crafty, you're up. I just saw you, okay? Got it? I'm glad you get so excited about your little oracle. It's fantastic. Flower Girl just popped in from Norway, okay? So we just read over here, and we're connecting over here now with Inya. We just read for Inya, and now we're going to read for Crafty. Here's Tarot Lumination, and here's Crafty, okay, over there in Great Britain. Okay, there we go. Yay, Crafty. Yay. See, we did it. We covered a lot of the planet. We got the Kiwis down here. We got the Euro crowd up here, and here, and here, and here. I'm so happy. Very, very happy. And representation from Norway. The Norway representatives. All right, here we go. Crafty, you're up. Yep. Oh God, these emoticons, they're hilarious. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Yvette. You know, Tarot Lumination is going to be going from here to here as soon as possible. You know that, Yvette, all right? We also have a few other people in New Zealand who connect. We have Pam Bam, and I think it's Carolyn Rose, a couple of others over there. I love your country, Yvette. New Zealand is just, to me, it's just awesome. It's just awesome. All right, here we go. Shuffle it up. There we go. Crafty, what's going on with you? Here we go. Surrender to divine timing. Ooh. All right. Oh, look, there's a picture of Big Ben. That's in London. Okay, it says here. All right, Crafty. So I'm glad this is kind of like a British theme for you. Can you see all the fog? London and England is typically covered in fog for 6 months of the year. So you can hardly see the moon, but the moon is there. Let's have a look. It says here, sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. Ha 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 ha. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Again, this is a very hard thing to do. Yeah. Divine timing. It's great when you get it. It's great when you're in the flow and you have the experience of divine timing and you know what it is, because once you've had an experience of divine timing, there's no substitute. You still have the timing of the ego, because you are who you are. You want what you want. You need what you need. You want to get what you want to get. You want to have what you deserve. All of those things. And in a three-dimensional world, in a business or a corporation, you would do that through planning or executive, decisions or execution, or get this done, or get that done by certain deadline. Okay? Welcome to the world of 3 dimensions. But over here at Terra Lumination, we're working like above, we're working up in 5D. So we're working behind the veil, okay, where a lot of things happen in its own divine timing, especially when you allow for these kind of events. Okay, this is just a snapshot for today. This is kind of how things are for today. I didn't go too crazy with it. The emphasis is on the Libra moon moving into the Scorpio moon over here, and the full moon coming up in a few days. The other emphasis is the shifting going on here with the cusps. Venus is in Taurus now. Mars has just slipped into Cancer. So that just happened right now. So there's a shift in energy. It was Aries, it was Gemini. Now it's Taurus, and now it's Cancer. So again, things shift, things change. But this thing is like a clock. And these planets, they do influence activities here on the planet, okay, whether we like it or not. Especially the moon is the most obvious. We can measure the tides. Farmers plant according to lunar cycles. It's very, very important, the lunar cycle. Every 2.5 days it moves through another sign. Okay, so please allow for that. All I'm suggesting here, Crafty, is like if you're very, let's say, methodical and practical in your life, and you like things to be going a certain way. Okay, I just saw your note. Hold on, it says, I know what it's about. Ha ha ha. It's about my Jennifer returning to me. I'm Pisces and she's a Sagittarius. Okay. So you have a native square by definition. The Sagittarius energy is in a hard square to Pisces. So you have a relationship of Sun square Sun. So it's, by definition, it's challenging, okay? And so you can learn a lot about yourself and each other. You can do a lot of growth when you have a Sun square Sun type of relationship. It might not always be fun, because it's naturally in a state of conflict. The Sagittarius and Pisces, by definition, is quite, it's what's called a square, okay? However, right now in the planets in the heavens, we do have Neptune in Pisces and Jupiter in Pisces, and that alignment in itself, even though it's a hard square, because it's happening with Jupiter, it's actually still very good for spiritual evolution and growth, okay? And expansion and wisdom and understanding, especially if there's like a sense of distance involved and a sense of higher knowledge, higher wisdom, higher understanding coming to you, Crafty. You're the Pisces, she's the Sagittarius. And so she might be like a catalyst to, let's say, help you to ferment, to become more and more and more. In other words, you know how, like when we talk about a catalyst, like they have in brewing, like wines and beers and things like, but especially, I think it's like, especially like cheese. I mean, I'm not saying you're a piece of cheese. What I'm saying is that they'll take some, like the raw culture, and then they will add these little things, like these little fungi and molds, which act as a catalyst. And the actual chemical thing is really toxic and hostile. But what it does, it creates like waste material that looks like mold and gets all stinky and mildewy, and that creates some amazing cheeses. So that's kind of what I see happening in this type of relationship here, where your Sagittarius person over here, Jennifer, actually acts as a bit of a catalyst for you to activate your own fermentation for you to become more and more about you. It might not always be fun or pleasant, okay? Like yeast when they're brewing wine, the actual process of what happens with yeast is very volatile. The yeast grows and expands, but it also creates alcohol as a waste product, and eventually the yeast dies in its own poo because the alcohol content becomes so high that the yeast can't survive. So that's how that works. So all I'm suggesting is that, like, when, like, this thing that's happening between you and Jennifer, you might want it to happen a certain way, but it's happening according to the will of heaven, okay? According to the will of heaven. That's what I think of as divine timing. So I'm going to play that little song for you right now, Crafty. This is for you. It's called Waiting. It'll give me a time to have a little bit of a break here. Give me a second, people. And we'll do this. Okay. Hold on. It's not working. Hold on. Give me a second.
I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Do 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 do. Walking in circles, feeding all the birds, climbing up a mountain, looking around, yeah, yeah, smelling all the flowers, staring at the moon. I listen to the waves come crashing down, down, whoa, whoa. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Smelling all the flowers, staring at the moon. Listen to the waves come crashing down, down. Walking in circles, feeding all the birds. Climbing up a mountain, looking around. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I'm waiting on the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. Do, 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 ba-do, ba-do, do, 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 ba-do, do. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I gotta tune in to what the angels say. I listen for the good news coming my way. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today. I'm waiting on the will of heaven today.
All right, Delicia, you are up. This is it. Okay. Thank you, Crafty. It's just a promotional show. I'm trying to get used to working with people in Europe and across the world, because when we do the Sunday Night Lives, almost everything is over here in the United States, you know. That's just kind of how it works, you know, because of the time zones and everything. So over time, I'm going to start introducing super chats onto the Wednesday evenings, because it's evening over in Europe. Yvette, I know it's still very early in the morning for you. What is it for you? It's like 8:30 in the morning for Yvette, as far as I know. Is that right, Yvette? 8:30, maybe? You probably, maybe you got up early and you've already had the, you know, hanging out with the New Zealand Breakfast Club. So I know you guys love your long black. Are you one of those, Yvette? Do you like to have your long black? I know my sweetheart, she loves her long black in the morning. All right, Delicia. Let's see, where are you, Delicia? I didn't put your location. Just let everybody know. It says you're here. Thank you, Lumination. You're excited. Great. Okay, so let's do it. It's 8:30 in the morning for Yvette over there in New Zealand. Wakey, wakey, everybody. But it's already Thursday. That's 8:30 a.m. Thursday the 16th, people. So, you know, the international time clock zone thing goes, I think it's that way, isn't it? Something like that. And it's very late at night. It's very late at night for everybody up in Norway and Austria. All right, Delicia, you're up. Anything can happen, all right, Delicia? Anything can happen with these oracles. You have to allow for that, okay? Here is your card. Surrender to silence. Whoa, okay. All right, it says here, do you recognize this? I believe this is Mont Saint-Michel up in the north of France. Okay, right up there, like on the English Channel or the French Channel, whatever they call it, I forgot. Anyway, it's like a monastery that's built on an island, and it's very, very old. Yeah, I think it's like a tourist thing more than anything now. It says here, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. Okay, Delisha, maybe you're like, I mean, a lot of people, we're just very like tied into our communications. It's just like never ending, okay? So, I have to think about it here because there's emails that come in, emails that have to go out. I have to communicate through all the technology and everything. And I will confide to you, okay, Delisha, I use earplugs a lot, okay? I'm a very musical person. I communicate. I have to on this channel. I'm just going to check in with you. Hold on. Stay there, Delisha. I'm going to make this more personal. Hi, Delisha. This is Tarot Lumination. Greetings, greetings. Thank you for being here. We're going to do a little miniature one-card oracle for you. Just a moment. It's basically surrender to silence, okay? That's not what I'm doing here right now. But every day, at some point or other, I have to create a moment of silence, and especially at night, because my body tends to be sort of hypersensitive to the environment, like just the slightest sound, the changes in weather, temperature, the vibrations of a neighborhood, if there's anger or violence or ambulances or whatever, it really rattles me, okay? And so I have to use earplugs. I use the really, have you seen that one? Okay. Okay. You know how to do those, right? You take those little soft rubber ones and you squash them up, wah, 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 and you open your ear back and you jam them way in. You jam them way deep in and you get this profound silence. It's really profound and it's really, really good for you. Okay, Jalisha, all I'm suggesting here is that if you're already good at it, it's time to take it to the next level. Like, also another thing, like if you witness me in my personal life, my private life, I'm extremely quiet. I'm very good at making noise if I want to, like music and communicating like this, but everything else, I keep it like this. Everything is like, okay? Silence is very powerful, okay? It's a very powerful form of communication, okay? So I'm going to go back to the stage for you, all right? Hold on. All right, here we are. Surrender to silence. Again, a lot of people can't stand it because it's terrifying. Silence can be terrifying because then everything that was blocked out by all the noise starts coming to the surface. Now, Delisha, if you're okay with that, that's good. But I don't think you would be getting this message unless it was a powerful message to take it further. So, Delisha, New York City, New York. So you're actually in New York, New York. Well, you know how much noise is there. I used to live there for about 6 weeks. I couldn't take it. I just could not handle it. I'm sorry, Delisha. My brother lives there, and it's fabulous to visit, but I can't live there. So maybe, like, take it to the next level, okay? If you're already good with the surrendering to silence, maybe the message here is to take it to the next level. Dedicate it to an actual practice, like some of the other cards we had earlier about meditation, okay? And instead of just like switching off the radio and the phone and everything and just sitting quietly somewhere, literally, sometimes I go through periods of the daytime where I wear earplugs. I know it sounds very strange, but it can be very, very soothing. It can be very, very healing, okay? It's just an idea, okay? Just a thought. Especially here with the last line, silence can heal and replenish you. I do that also, by the way, Delisha. I'm thinking about other senses as well. Also, I wear eye masks, okay? I completely block out the senses and I try to sleep in such a way, and I do these kind of very strange self-healing practices on my body, which is designed to remove a lot of the psychic static and multidimensional static that I tend to pick up during the day. I think of it as like fluffing the aura, like literally. It's like what I do here on the channel for self-healing practices. They're very, very strange, but the idea is it cleans out all the static and the clutter in your life that comes at you from the world around you. All the noises, the smells, the heat, the cold, the business activities, stuff you have to do, places you have to go. So much commotion, commotion, commotion. And then don't just be silent in your words, but literally block out the noise, okay? Yeah, go next level. Go to the next level. All right, Delicia, thank you so much. Hope that helped you. Sometimes we really touch a nerve on this show. Delicia over there in New York, New York. Electra Ray, you are up. All right, Electra Ray, and then we have Yvette. Thank you for your patience, Yvette, but you have a very full day ahead of you, so thank you for just hanging in, okay? Electra Ray, let's have a look. I have to shuffle. Give me a second. I need some music here, okay, while I'm shuffling. Okay, here we go. Cards are well shuffled. You were a witness already, so let's go straight into it. All right, Electra Ray, here we go. This is your card. Surrender to non-action. What is going on with the deck today? It's all about, I think this is very much to do with the retrogrades. It's very much about going deep within, deep within, deep within, instead of living life out there, okay? Like it's really obvious, like the shifts in energy when the moon changes signs. I have to track this very, very carefully for my own life. It's pretty sensitive when Mercury goes retrograde. That won't happen for a while. That's over here. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling the shift over here with the Venus and the Mars energy, okay? It's kind of subtle because it's not in your face. The ones that we feel most are the sun and the moon and a little bit of Mercury, Okay? So when Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter are all retrograde right now, this is a very, very, very deep, deep undercurrent that takes us back deep into the self, deep, deep, deep diving into the soul, okay? In a very kind of serious manner. And it goes against our natural tendency. Most human beings have a natural tendency to live a life where you wake up in the morning and then you wake up to face your day, and then you start preparing yourself for the day, and then you go out and live your day, and it's out there, and it usually requires a lot of activity, walking, talking, thinking, get this, get that, do this, do that, figure this out, figure that out, solve this problem, solve this problem, and then you're wiped out at the end of your day, and then you come back and you go to sleep and you start all over, and it repeats until the day you drop, okay? And so with this card, I think it matches very closely for the retrogrades right now. And you might not be able to stop like living your day-to-day life, but what it's asking you to do is to, it's like, hold on, let me just read it for you. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. I would take this a little bit further. Simply breathe, focus on your own power, going deep within. This is like taking, this is to me feels like doing breath work on top of meditation. This is to me more like an active meditation type of thing where you actually get yourself. What I would do with something like this personally, Electra Ray, I would go through some of my own personal self-healing practices, and I would wrap it up with some very strange breathing things that I do to get to the point where my whole body just wants to do nothing. And then I sit there, and then I focus on myself, myself, and allow my true self to come up and bubble up to the surface and tap into the power, so to speak. And then it says here, let others come to you. I want to expand. Let life come to you. Okay? You don't have to do that every day. It's just that this is talking about a period in time. Now is the time to be still and not act. I'm not saying do this all day, every day for the rest of your life. What I'm suggesting here is take advantage of these retrogrades. It's a tremendous opportunity to go deep, deep within and figure out, where have I been giving away all my power? Where are my responsibilities and duties and commitments? What have I been like neglecting or ignoring at my peril? What have I been giving away in my power? And with the Jupiter energy here in Sagittarius, where is my good fortune? What are my talents and gifts that come naturally? And where have I been giving it away? Okay? All of these things, where are you giving away all your power? Where are you giving away your power? Find out what that is. Take advantage of the next few months here. And then by the end of 2019 and early 2020, all of this stuff will be going direct. And then everything that you did deliberately here over the next few months, where you deliberately take any chance you can for non-action, where you, again, you disconnect from like the frenzy of day-to-day life. You're doing this, doing that, gotta have this, gotta grow my business, grow my life, take care of responsibilities, chores, and all of that. Stay in my power, blah, 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 blah. Go deep within. Let life come to you, okay? I'm not saying this right now. Go deep within. Allow the focusing to happen. Make this like a practice over the next few months, and allow life to come to you. When you've gone through this time period here of surrendering to non-action, then you will be much more prepared to allow life to come to you, the life that you deserve. In other words, I will use that little incantation. Dear angels, dear heaven, dear invisible friends, dear guides, dear spirit guides, dear guardian angels, all of it, please bring to me that which is mine. Please take away from me that which is not mine so that I can be more and more truly my authentic self, okay? And it's very difficult to do that without an invocation, okay? And so discovering what that is and allowing that to happen, this card is suggesting do that by being still so you can discover what it is. Do the little invocations. Do it on a daily basis, okay? That's what I do. And then you discover little tiny, tiny bits where life comes to you. Other people come to you. The laws of attraction become more and more activated, and you become much more in tune with the actual flow of life as opposed to just activity. Activity, what's that phrase? It's a really important phrase. I wish I could remember it. Please do not confuse activity with achievement, okay? Just because people are very, very active doesn't necessarily they're achieving, okay? All right, Electra Ray, that's for you. I hope that helps you, okay? All right, let's have a look. Let's see. I hope that helped you. I really do. Good, excellent. I see your notes, Electra Ray. Excellent. That's really, really good. The fact that you can type that in the screen that way in very clear, precise words, that's fantastic. Again, take it to the next level. Heed the message on the card and take that to the next level, okay? Yvette, you're up. This is it, people. This is the one we've all been waiting for. Yvette, here we go. Over in New Zealand, Yvette is enjoying the New Zealand Breakfast Club. And she doesn't have to go to work till 12. And it's barely even 9 o'clock over there. The day's just started. All right, here we go. Yvette, you're up. What part of New Zealand are you in, Yvette? What part of New Zealand? I'm just shuffling up, Yvette, okay? Get ready. Whereabouts are you, Yvette? I have not traveled all over New Zealand, but, you know, I'm aware of it in terms of the geography. I'm learning little bits as I go along. All right, here we go. This one's for you, Yvette. Anything can happen. Cambridge, North Island. Oh, I know where that is. That's just south of Hamilton. I never actually went there, but I've seen pictures and I've been told something about it. It seems like a very lovely place from what I can tell. All right, Yvette, here's your card coming to you. This is Yvette. Everybody, we're reading for Yvette, and Yvette is over here in New Zealand in a little place called Cambridge over here, which is right here. Can you see the tip of my pen? It's right there. Right there, the tip of my pen. Okay? Right at the very epicenter of the North Island. That's Yvette. Right there, right now. Terra Lumination is right here in Los Angeles. Right there on Venice Beach. So we are transmitting from here all the way to here at the speed of light. It's amazing, isn't it? Tarot at the speed of light. Wait a minute. I didn't pull that. I'm sorry, Yvette. I'm not going to buy that card. I don't buy that card. Excuse me. I got really distracted. I know excuse me, Yvette. I have to do that again. I was kind of taken aback. All right, Yvette, let's see what's coming up here. Have you had your long black this morning? I know you Kiwis, you love your long black. Here we go. I'm cutting it up again because I screwed up. Hey Tati, welcome back. All right, here is your card, Yvette. Surrender to success. Ha 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 ha. Do 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 do. Okay, some people are like, what's the word? You know, fear of success. I'm sure you've heard of that phrase, Yvette. The fear of success. A lot of people don't want success because it comes typically with things like embarrassing levels of public visibility, responsibilities, commitments, obligations, expectations. And a lot of times, especially with great success, you get to a pinnacle where the only place to go is down. And humans are so terrified and averse to the feeling of losing and failing and going down. In other words, they don't want, people love to feel this. They like to be happy and grow and evolve, but they don't like this period of life where you have to descend into the darkness and live with the failings and the down periods. It's the same in relationships. Typically, a lot of people just want the good stuff in relationships. They don't want any of the commitments, obligations, responsibilities. They're not geared up for it. And so with the fear of success, it's like almost like people deliberately say no, like an opportunity comes, or they conduct their whole lives in such a way that like they immunize themselves from success because because of the very real fear of what happens with success, and it can be a tremendous burden sometimes, and especially, like I said, if we're very successful and then things drop off. Like imagine being an Olympic athlete or a corporate winner or really like a sports person or somebody who's really good at a job or a career or setting up a business, and you grow and grow and grow, and you reach this point where everybody notices, wow, hey, Yvette, you're really successful. And then you kind of like, okay, well, that's really great, but you all know, just like everybody, that life moves in waves and ups and downs, and there's going to be a point where that degree of success is no longer sustainable. And when things go from here to here, that can be very, very uncomfortable and painful. Sometimes it just goes very gently, or sometimes things crash. But either way, it's not a pleasant experience. So I understand the fear of success. I truly do. I have been accused of that myself many times by other people. Okay? Let's have a look. It says here, you are ready to experience abundance. Do not look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties in your life. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Okay? You know, when we do the tarot Lumination spread, which kind of looks like this, let me show you. It's a heart. Okay, this is for you, Yvette. Okay? What I'm trying to do here. Have you ever seen some of my playlists or had a personal reading where I use this particular spread? It's the open heart spread. And it's all about bringing ourselves into alignment with heart energy. And it's like this is the heart. The heart needs what it needs. It wants what it wants. This is the energy of legacy, history, baggage. Typically, there's a lot of weight and sometimes discomfort here, because for most people, a lot of times when they're coming into a reading, it's because they have an issue that needs resolution, and that usually feels very heavy. And then we get to the energy of now, where a lot of people don't like to be, because to be present, to be in the now, is having to deal with the truth and reality of life, okay? And a lot of people, especially if you're living in a very three-dimensional way, you might have what you call a future, okay, over there somewhere. But a lot of people make this so-called future conditional upon their so-called past. And so you eventually you lose the power of now. The healing power of now is so important. This energy here. And when you're living in a very three-dimensional, practical, logical way, most people consider their so-called future as a projection of the past or based on experiences of the past. In other words, oh, I'm so used to this. I always failed at high school. I always had C's and D's in class, and I was never very good at this, and I was never very good at that. And when I tried to do this and this and that, it failed. It just didn't work. So what's the point? I already know that whatever I do in the future is going to fail. But what's happening is you're condemning yourself to being locked out of the world of opportunity, because what happens in reality is that this is an ever-changing thing. This is constantly changing. You are born with a particular profile or a template, but all of the planets keep swirling around you, and there are periods in your life where the planets can align very, very fortuitously for you and with you, for success, for your advancement, for your future. But if you're programmed and conditioned by thinking in a very limited way that failure is the only option, then you're actually hurting yourself, and you're not allowing the healing power of now to exist. So it says here, I'll read it again. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So my feeling for you, Yvette, is that maybe you were born with a lot of retrograde planets in your chart. And sometimes people who are born with a lot of retrogrades and the planets all go retrograde, that can actually start working for people, especially if you've got lots of retrogrades. And you're used to patterns where, so let's just say everyone else is doing great besides me. I'm not doing great. What about everybody else? And then you get to a period where you get an opportunity to succeed in something. It might just be anything, just a tiny thing, maybe you've learned how to bake better pies or something, or become a better at your work or your activities, whatever you do, just a little tiny increment. That's success, okay? That's growing. But if you're not used to operating that way or feeling that way, then it might be that you're living a life where you're programmed not to failure, but you're programmed to, let's say, ignore success, or let's say dismiss success because of previous experiences, okay? It's okay to be successful. You don't have to be frightened of it. It doesn't mean you have to be a famous rock star, pop star. Success can be doing something very, very, let's say, synchronistic, allowing for divine timing, taking advantage of a moment that's come to you. It's a gift for you, okay? The planet, everybody, the heavens want you to be happy. And for a lot of people, success equals happiness. Happiness equals success. You can feel good when you're successful at something. So if you're suffering, Yvette, from a little bit of fear of success, and you're terrified of the potential of success because of perhaps having invested so much into something already and then had terrible experiences and failures, that could make you very, very shy about wanting to extend yourself further and further into allowing the chance for success to happen. But if you've ever watched some of those success coach videos, or how to live your most awesome life books, all those kinds of things, one of the common themes is please understand that failure is your best teacher. And you might not be at the point yet where you understand that completely. A lot of people who are what you would call very successful are very good at dealing with huge amounts of failure. They know that one particular failure doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's one step. All these failures lead towards potential success. Anyway, there you go, Yvette. I hope that helps you. Okay? Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Hmm. You want your own cafe? Oh, seriously, Yvette, we need to talk. Seriously, seriously. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we need to talk. Well, just it's good to explore the idea. I would love to. Uh, uh, please, can you get in touch with me, okay, Yvette? You know where to go. Go to terralumination.com and look for the connect page. And uh, this has nothing to do with like a reading or anything. I just wanted to chat about cafes and New Zealand, okay? All right. That's it, people. We're done. Show is done. Show is over. There's only 7 of you guys here according to my screen. So thank you very, very much. It's been a pleasure, as always. I'm going to play a little bit of music and hang out with you guys. Okay. I'll put that in the South Atlantic. Okay. There you go. So let's put this over here. Till next time. And I'm going to play a little some music just to chill out with you guys now. Okay. Let's have a look.